And okay, melody and sound. Ogni volta non funziona con la costante. Okay, alright. So I'm glad that I was marking down sound as you were playing. All right. So, what do you think?
Mistakes.
How many?
I don't want to count.
Many.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So that brings the question, right? So, good thing I marked it down. So you need to fix them all. Okay. How do you practice? Because that usually comes from it. So, what was your strategy? Do you have one? What was your strategy? Do you have one?
I just go down day by day, pretty much.
And can you be more specific, right? Because this one I'm not sure if I've heard much of you playing this one.
Not much.
Okay, not much. So tell me, especially since you were on your own, right? So then you absolutely have to have a strategy.
Because I couldn't see that much, because your hand kept blocking.
Well, that's not why you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, I was marking things down. Okay, can you tell me what was your way of practicing? What was your way of practicing? Do you have like a certain way that you do?
Just kind of like
play?
No, I didn't play the whole piece at once.
Okay, that's a good thing. All right. How much would you say, how much time, let's say, you spent on section, let's say, 4?
A day, that's it.
One day?
Yeah, pretty much.
So that basically
along
like focusing.
With the other things. Along with the other
previous part. So that day when you play, right? Let's say you were focusing on one section per day.
Yeah.
At some point, right?
Yeah.
Did you go over separate hands? Or did you count out loud? Because there are lots of things that it's just really not counting. Some of them. What is the most common mistake that you make? What do you think?
Fingering.
Fingering was one of them. What else?
No.
Which notes? There's a specific notes that you're constantly forgetting about the B flat. So in many of those things that are marked, it's because you totally forgot about B flat. Not all of them are like this. You played F instead of G. There are some other things here. You played some. So but there are lots of mistakes just because you were forgetting B flat.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you'd be listening carefully, most likely you wouldn't allow yourself to play without B flat because it just doesn't sound good. It sounds. I mean, to most people, I would say they will be able to like, something isn't right. And the fact that you kept on playing, either you were not listening very carefully what you were doing, or maybe you heard it, but you thought maybe it's right. Anyway, this is definitely not the way it's supposed to be, right? Can you start from section 2? That only one section there where you didn't make mistake was section 1. That's it. So let's start from section 2.
Is this a copy of section 1? No.
Can we play section 2? We have like 3-4 minutes left. Right away from section 2. And don't forget to count. Do you see that? So usually when we play the same note, we don't use the same finger. We switch things around. So this is really makes total sense to me. Again, from here. So right away you made a mistake. I missed it the first time. And the thing when I said it's a difficult piece, I actually didn't mean notes or counting. I was talking about musical details. Another one of those. No gap. Do, and straight So you need to relearn them. Okay. You just need to sit down and relearn and count them all. I don't have anything to say. The thing is, it's gonna sound very different. Yeah, the way I wanted to play. Okay, so what I meant when I said it's not very difficult, not very easy piece to play, had nothing to do with the notes or counting. It's the musical elements which we absolutely cannot start working on until we fix every single mistake. Yeah, so this is what I call disaster. Okay, so I don't see this kind of stuff a lot in this with my students. Okay, so see why it is the way it is because it's a mystery to me, as I mentioned. So, and of course, we should be covering easily. We should be able to cover everything in one lesson. But we got stuck on things, and not that we fixed it. I just pointed out those things. Okay, I'm down 10. So two things: fix mistakes, and there's so many. You can count as you work on it. Counting, which was also part of mistake. So, and fingering and rest, you name that. Connecting, not connecting. So it's a really, like unrecognizable right now. So if someone would play this, I was like, oh, what is this piece? Because you changed it so much. So I think that composer Clementi himself would not even recognize this. And of course, we have to play exactly the reason. You understand that, right? Okay. All right. So here it is. Work well, I should say, right? So I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So yeah, I think so. Probably, yeah. So if you should look through this, through each mistake that I marked here.